So now we'll go ahead and get into the lines associated with trips to Bolivia. It's really important to have a warm water line in the jungle. So any of your cold water lines are not going to work. Again, we're fishing 8 weights and 9 weights. There's a huge range of lines out there, you know, bonefish lines, redfish lines, tarpon lines. You want to make sure you've got a pretty aggressively overweighted, heavy line. You know, a bonefish line probably not going to turn over those big, heavy Dorado flies as effectively as, you know, a tarpon line or a predator jungle-specific line, which most manufacturers have now. So you're looking for the word jungle, predator, you know, anything overweighted is going to get the job done. It's really going to help turn over the heavy fly and get that system out there in front of the fish. We mentioned having, you know, different line weights and sinking rates. Really important. So I've got a floating line. Also have my intermediate clear tip. And I'm going to have one of each of these for my 8 weight and one of each of these for my 9 weight. That's going to ensure that I'm ready to go for all situations. Off of the fly line, you're going to build your own leader. We're not fishing tapered leaders in Bolivia. For the most part, you're going to want to have your spool of 40-pound fluoro and a spool of 30-pound fluoro. Now, both of these are going to be useful at different times. A lot of times you'll fish just straight 40-pound, you know, a 7-8 foot piece of 40-pound. Sometimes you'll taper it down to 30. If it's really low, really clear, the fish are spooky, you'll add a little bit of 30 onto the front of that. Then ultimately to the fly, you're going to have wire. So I recommend bringing 40 and 30 again. And that wire is going to be your, you know, about an 8-inch section. It's going to be your terminal connection to the fly. The Dorado have teeth, the Pacu have teeth, really sharp teeth. So the wire is absolutely critical for protecting the, you know, the material and keeping that fly on and landing that fish. Oftentimes you'll have to change the leader, you know, after every fish, every other fish, just depends on how mangled it gets. So if you bring, you know, an extra spool, that's not, you know, it's not a bad thing. All right, that does it for lines and leaders. As I mentioned, the key is going to be an overweighted line, a warm water line, something that's going to be effective at throwing heavy flies at distance. You know, there's, again, a wide range of available options from different manufacturers, but be sure you've got those key features.